Okay, so I was supposed to, well, the plan was my next Insta reading was going to be a Time to Love reading, but I woke up this morning and I don't know, collectively, I could just feel there's something that's changed or something's changing, and I knew straight away this needed to be a YouTube video reading because I didn't want to be restricted with how much I could share in terms of what's coming through with a typed reading. So I've already done the spread as well because I just wanted to sit quietly, if I'm honest, and I wanted to just really connect and see what it is that's coming through because I can just feel it so strongly, and I know it's connected to um, sacred connections. However you identify yourself to be part of that, twin flame soulmate. It just felt there was something happening in those connections. So I've got the sort of top row. I'm going to go through the reading in a minute, my loves, but I've got the top row where I was actually asking for messages around the masculine energy and what's actually going on because I feel like there's changes in both of you. There's something shifting, something changing, and it feels good. It doesn't feel worrying. It actually feels good. The bottom is the feminine energy. And then over here was me asking what it is that's actually going to happen, what it is, you guys can expect. So the first thing that did come out is there seems to be quite a lot of clearing. So part of these changes that I was picking up happening in the masculine energy is there seems to be quite a lot of clearing taking place. So there's been this, imbalance in their sacral chakra, obviously affecting their confidence. But I feel like when it came to them being able to connect to their emotions towards you in this connection was something that made them feel very anxious, something that did make them feel quite, not sort of confident enough. And I am getting, my loves, just not feeling balanced enough in being able to offer you anything or come forward with something quite long term and stable for you. And there was a lot of fear and anxiety, sort of showing up mainly through their sacral chakra as well. A lot of fear and anxiety in them around that. However, there seems to be this clearing. My guides are also giving me the word opening that has been taking place, still taking place, around being able to clear some of those imbalances and blocks that has been preventing your person in being able to kind of really connect with their confidence, but also not feel so anxious about being able to connect with their feelings, their emotions when it comes to yourself and the connection. And what this has been doing, my lovely, is this has actually been opening them up in, I feel, gaining more clarity. So with the wisdom card, I was actually getting from my guides around gaining more clarity, them becoming a lot more clear, because the fear that they would feel, the anxiety, the almost avoidance that they would feel around really connecting with their emotions and their feelings towards this connection, including what steps they wanted to take, was something that I feel they avoided quite a lot. And because they avoided it and there was quite a lot of blocks, if you like, around there, when it came to having clarity around what it is that they actually want from this connection, it was something that I feel, this might sound a bit harsh, but it's something that I feel they weren't willing to entertain. They found it easier to actually run away from it and block it. But it feels like with all this clearing taking place, this clarity is something that's coming up within them as well. You got the ego death card, so all of this is also helping them to be able, and I'm leaving the old me. So all of this is actually quite huge clearing taking place, helping them to be able to step away from those parts of their ego that were actually getting in the way. Now, I'm also getting, and I'm glad this card came out, because when I was feeling this morning there is this shift, I kept on getting through sort of channeling that the masculines are feeling absence. They're feeling this absence, and the heartache and loss card did come out, and they seem to be, the more they're kind of clearing, the more they are stepping away from their blocks, the more there seems to be this, I feel, quite a strong shift taking place in them leaving behind, this part of themselves that actually wasn't allowing them to align fully with themselves and actually go after what they actually do truly desire in their heart. While they are going through all this clearing, they are also feeling quite hurt. I am being told that, the hurt that they're feeling is around the loss of this connection. And I feel that, in the past, it's not that they didn't notice your absence, but I feel like they didn't feel as hurt about it as they do now, because now they're actually connecting with their true feelings, with, instead of running from it, they're actually standing in front of it and facing it. And that is actually bringing up a lot of hurt in them. But I feel like this hurt is actually connected to, their past, around them actually not seeing this, is what I'm hearing, not seeing this clearly before, avoiding it. And from that, there's a lot of hope rising in them. So they are very hopeful that there is going to be some kind of opportunity, some kind of chance around the both of you being able to resume something, is what my guide's saying. So this is likely to be a reconciliation. I mean, I am being told the more they're trying to work on themselves, the more they are getting quite nervous and anxious about sort of what the outcome of being hopeful will be. It feels like they're feeling very nervous, that they have this hope that, there is some kind of, I really feel this is a reconciliation, but something they can resume with you, some form of reconciliation they can have with you. And it feels like they're feeling hopeful about it, but they're also feeling very, very nervous. It's like, even though they're feeling hopeful, they're struggling to see whether this is something that will actually bring success. So it's like they're seeking that light, if you like, that hope, but they're not able to actually see clearly whether this is something that's going to pay off if they step forward. And I do feel like this is something that is making them kind of hesitate. I don't feel it's preventing them from taking any steps forward, but it feels like it's almost kind of creating this hesitation in them around taking this step towards you. Now, with this kind of ego death and this clearing that seems to be taking place, and they are really feeling the absence of this connection, what they are also wanting to do is they're wanting to come back in. And it's almost like, the kind of sense I'm getting is they're trying to connect with you intuitively as well. I don't know if your person is spiritual, or they have become spiritual in the time that you've been separated, because I really do feel like this is about a reconciliation. So not someone that you're in contact with, but it feels like they're wanting to come back in. This is something that's quite strong in their energy, but it almost feels like they're trying to energetically, intuitively let you know they want to come back in. They really, really, really desire to have success with you. They want a successful outcome. They have this hope that there is going to be a positive outcome out of this, even though I feel like they're struggling to almost, even though they're seeking it, to see whether this is something that is going to have a positive outcome. And I do feel like that is causing some hesitation, but they're really hoping for some kind of success to come in. I also asked what is their main focus at the moment in terms of their energy feelings for themselves, and the main focus is balance. So they are going through all this clearing. There's a lot of the old them being left behind. There's a lot of hurt they're feeling around the past and the absence of you. They've got this hope in them already. I don't feel it's rising. I feel it's already in them, about wanting to come back in, about wanting to have success, even if there is this slight hesitation in their energy. So what they are actually focusing on as well is trying to bring balance into themselves. In terms of you, my lovely, there is quite a strong message that was coming through around you guys focusing on yourself. Now, what was coming through is, it feels like there's a lot. You've got the juggler, so there's a lot that's been going on for you. You're trying to manage quite a lot. It could be work, it could be home, it could be kids, it could be the connection, your own emotions, your own mindset. You're trying to sort of move forward in life. You might be trying to detach. Whatever it is, there's more than one of it. You're juggling quite a lot, and there's a lot going on for you, and you're trying to stay balanced, and things have been feeling a little bit difficult for you. I don't know why I'm getting the last week might have been quite difficult. Okay, they're saying 7 to 10 days, so week and a half might have been quite difficult for you as well, but the guides are actually letting you know that you've got the rainbow card, there is a brighter time coming in for you. And I also feel like there's some kind of luck with the rainbow. I'm actually getting there's some kind of luck coming in for you, where I feel like you won't feel so stressed and burdened by managing and trying to juggle so much in your life. Now, I'm also getting that you might have been trying to start something new, so there might be something that you've been focusing on in terms of career, might just be your personal development as well, but something that you've been trying to do, something new, a new direction you've decided to take for your own growth, for your own development, for your own involvement and abundance as well. And this is something that is going to start showing you quite a lot of strong foundation. So it feels like that while you've been trying to work on creating something new, you've also been trying to manage everything else that's been going on. Things have been feeling quite stressful, but there is a change coming. There seems to be some luck coming in for you guys as well. Very strong foundations. You're going to start feeling a lot more stable, and I'm also getting you're going to start feeling a lot of inner strength. I obviously asked as well what it is that the main focus is for you guys that you might be trying to focus on, or what is the main kind of dominant emotion in your energy. And the trust card came out. So trust is something that I feel you guys are really trying to work with when it comes to any area of your life, but when it comes to the connection in particular, it feels like that you are really trying to trust your intuition, trust that things will be the way they are meant to be, trust that you don't need to be fearful of what the future and the unknown holds. So you guys are actually, in this very powerful place. I do feel like you guys are really kind of growing and rising in a way that you might not actually consciously be realizing. So the both of you seem to be going through quite a lot of changes. You got the focus, shift your focus back on yourself. So the guides are also saying, while this is something that feels very dominant in your energy around what you are trying to focus on, they want you to remind yourself that when you find yourself in a place where things do feel a little bit all over the place, in particular when it comes to how you might be responding or navigating this connection, just shift that focus back on yourself. Because when you feel all over the place when it comes to your emotions and this connection, that then does affect your stability. Now remember, this is something that is shifting, so you are going to start feeling a lot more grounded and a lot more stable. But at the same time, what they are saying is, when you feel yourself, because let's be realistic, it is going to happen, you're going to have moments where things do feel a little bit all over the place, or you feel like you're taking a step back. Just shift that focus back to yourself. That will help you to continue working with what it is you're actually working on, and that is trust. Now, the both of you seem to be going through quite a lot of changes, which would make sense why I just felt this very strong feeling that there are these changes and shifts taking place. And what it looks like, in the masculine energy, there's a lot of clearing. There is this focus towards you and the connection that's coming through quite clearly, and that focus is them wanting to come back in. Some form of reconciliation is coming through, and they're wanting to come back in and have some kind of success with you. And you are someone who seems to be trying to focus on your own path, trying to trust whatever is going to come is going to come. And because of, I think, this effort that you're putting in as well, that's one of the reasons you're going to start feeling a lot more grounded and balanced. But there's also this luck coming in. I do feel like this luck is going to be sort of work finance related as well. So there seems to be some positive change coming in around that. Now, I also asked my guides what it is that you can expect. So this is kind of what is coming through around what's happening at the moment, but what is it you can actually expect. And my loves, I absolutely loved what came through. You got the offer, you got the courage card, and you got the true love card. So what you can expect, so this energy that your person's in at the moment, where they are, there were these imbalances in their sacral chakra. They weren't feeling as confident. There was some anxiety around actually opening up and connecting with their feelings and emotions when it came to this connection, and all these shifts and changes that are taking place. It's actually helping them with their courage. So you can expect them, not only to be clearing this, but stepping into this energy, this power, where they do have that confidence to actually come in and make an offer. And that offer, my lovely, is around true love. So there seems to be an expression of feelings coming in. So, you know, where they have been, from what's coming through today, where they have been avoiding their feelings, almost running from it, to now being in a place where they seem to be going through a lot of clearing, this ego death, this desire coming up in them about wanting to have some success and come towards you, you know, having this hope. It looks like it is something that is going to pay off for them. They are going to be able to really work through what it is they're trying to clear, because what you can expect is an offer and this true love expression of feelings coming through. So it looks like instead of running, they're actually quite open and willing to open up about how they feel about you and express that to you. So yeah, my loves, that is your reading for today, your love reading. I do feel this is to do with those of you who are not in contact, because, or if you are in contact, you are not actually in a romantic commitment with one another, simply because I keep getting the reconciliation sort of feeling message energy come through. But there is some huge changes. I'm going to say to you, my loves, that it's important that you guys continue to stay focused on yourselves and continue to trust. So even if, you know, we are getting through that, there are changes happening in the masculine energy, and what they're wanting to do is come forward and, you know, make an offer towards you. And this is something that, you know, you potentially can expect. It's important you don't take that message on in a way where it then starts creating blocks in you, and you might then start repeating certain cycles that you have been working very hard to, or have been able to sort of move away from, that were keeping you quite stuck. So some huge changes, my loves, that is coming in. I'm also getting an additional message coming in. So for whoever this is for, it's to do with a pet. I feel like this is a cat. And my guides are saying they want you to look at their kind of stomach area, because I don't know if there's like a wound, or I'm actually being shown like a bald patch. So I don't know if they're losing hair. But there's something about the stomach area that needs attention, so they are bringing that through. They're also saying to me something to do with studies. So it feels like that someone may have applied for some kind of course or program through work, and you're waiting on the answer, and I'm being told there's going to be a promising outcome for it. So it feels like that, you know, if you've made some kind of application, or you've put your name forward for studying some kind of course related to your employment, it is going to come to fruition, and you are actually someone who's going to be selected. I feel like this is, you know, there's a selection of more than one people, maybe maximum 5, but you are going to be selected as well. I'm also being shown something to do with home repair. So someone, this is a new home. This is a new home that you've either recently moved into, I want to say the last 2 to 3 months, or you are moving in the next 2 to 3 months. And there's some kind of, I feel like there's going to be some kind of issue, if there isn't already, to do with the piping, maybe to do with heating. And the guides are saying that during a walk, you're actually going to notice, because it's going to be quite a huge expense, but you're actually going to notice someone who is a professional in what it is you're looking for. Maybe there's a van with their name and number, and they're saying to you, call this person, because they offer very cheap prices. So that's something that's coming through as well. Sorry, my loves, I'm just going quiet because I just wanted to see if there was any more messages, but I think that might be it. Yeah, I think that might be it. Okay, my lovely, so that is your reading for today. So I don't know if I'm going to do a typed reading tomorrow. I want to do a typed reading because I know I try and offer what I can. Oh, by the way, readings are back in stock, so as far as I know, I'm completely up to date with all video readings, mini readings. Obviously, I've got Insta mini readings going out today. They are next day delivery. So my Insta mini readings are the quickest ones you can get. They are next day delivery, one question readings. The video ones do have a longer turnaround time, but they are more in depth. So they're a minimum of 20 minutes maximum. So one I done a few days ago was supposed to be 20 minutes, but there was so much coming through for her, it ended up being 50 minutes. So it's a minimum of 20-minute video reading based on so that's the Sacred Connection reading. So that is actually based on your connection. And you can ask specific questions in that. My monthly offer reading, the video one, so that is something I offer once a month, a limited amount. It's a video reading where there's a message on your connection, message on career, guidance for you, and a question of your choice. And I offer that at £45. That's a minimum of 20 minutes as well. And that is it was back in stock, or I opened it back up on Friday, closing it down for bookings later today, well, sort of midnight-ish today. So that, and then that will be back in stock because it's the monthly offer one towards the end of March. And so we've got the Sacred Connection ones that are in stock again. The Insta mini readings, which are the quickest ones, one question turnaround time. I think now You, Them and Us mini readings are currently out of stock. And then the monthly offer reading, yeah. So there's availability in some of those. And yeah, my love, so I will connect with you guys again tomorrow. I'm going to try doing a typed reading because I do try and offer something for everyone, and I know a lot of people like the typed readings as well, so I will try and focus on that for you tomorrow. But I just knew there was no way I was going to be able to do that today. I would be restricted because I just felt messages needed to come through. Right, my loves, thank you, and I will speak to you guys again soon.